Hello, hello, hello. We are back. Shout out to the people that realized that I did not do videos last week. Tells me who's really watching me. Um, I did not do videos last week because for Monday and Tuesday because I had family in town and I didn't really have access to this room for very long. So I had to focus on getting it cleaned because this became a bedroom for one set of my children. So, but before I get started on this, I just kind of want to show you. My granddaughter drew this picture today of me, and this is me holding baby TJ, and there's his little baby bottle. And she said we needed to be on an angel couch. So this is our three couch cushions. She drew angel wings, and we have a halo over both of us because we needed an angel couch. Isn't that cute? She gave me glasses like I have. She even has me like turned sideways and looking down at him, and him looking up at me with a big old smile. It's so cute. I have to hang this in my craft room somewhere. I just wanted to share. I wanted to share that. So I am 2 weeks behind on this project. So let me get two cards out. I have two that are already covered and sanded. They are consecutive, which is a little unfortunate, but that's okay. So week. Let's see. I get a count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 14 and 15. One was turquoise and staples, and then last week's was stack it up. So if you remember right, some of the challenges overall, it's a mini collage challenge, so each piece needs to be collaged. As a side challenge, the number and suit needs to stay visible. A constant item, which in this case I'm using stamps, and a carryover item from 1 week to the next. Which I do need to look at this because I don't remember what I did last week. What can I carry over? Pulling more items out. I'm thinking maybe a bluebird is going to have to be my carryover this week. I'm not finding anything that's really standing out to me. So, have the birds out. So I have all kinds of different things out and about, different colors, some turquoise stuff, my stapler that's got rusty staples in it, different colored meshes, book page. I've got some scrapbook paper that's got turquoise bits in it. I have turquoise seam binding, bling, and tissue paper. Oh, and also I am using a new system to record while my son was here. He showed me how to use OBS for recording, so that's what I'm doing now. I'm like, oh, I'll figure out how to zoom in. So let's start with some of this. But I want the dark. Now this is just regular old tissue paper. It was colored paper, like party crepe paper type stuff, and it was wet in the secondhand store. It was already wet, but I asked if I could have it anyway, and they're like, sure, no problem. Found it weird that they still charged me for it when they were just going to throw it away once they discovered it was wet, but whatever. But it created this like bleeding effect between all the different colors, and so some of them are kind of rainbowy, and I really liked the way it looked and turned out. So and I'm going to try to do some collaging on both simultaneously as best I can. That I'm trying to keep track of, like, what is going where. Oh, my phone just said, charge my battery. So we'll see if Spotify will stay working. Get you plugged in. But it is slow charge, so it may discharge faster than it charges, but we shall see. I'm thinking maybe I'll put this one. Something like so for that one. It's right in front of my face. I'm like, where's my glue? A glue page. And I really need to stop sitting on my foot because I keep putting it to sleep. Now this was a little challenging for me because I don't have a whole lot of turquoise stuff. So I really had to like dig through my stuff. on the mini collage on here. And then when I do the embellishment stuff, I'll work on them individually. Remember, this is turquoise and stamps. This is Stack It Up. Ah! Dropped my stamp. And this is the closest I could find to turquoise in my stamps. I think it's a little more green than turquoise is, but it's going to have to do. Pardon me for just a second. Ugh. So, that's the price you pay. Just away. Rather be the hunter than the prey. This is black soot. Giving some color around the white edges of the birdie. I'm also going to do some around the stamp here. I feel so discombobulated because I've spent so much time off of YouTube the last week. And by the way, as you're watching my videos the rest of this week, ignore me saying, oh yeah, they're here for another week or whatever, because I don't know. I don't know. Somehow or another, my brain interpreted 2 weekends into 2 weeks. And then it got stuck on it. Hello, ADHD. My kids come, one side of my kids come Friday of one weekend, and they leave Sunday the following weekend, which is today. And then my other son, they come up the second weekend, and they stay just the second weekend. And then my daughter and her her crew come, and so we spend at least, we spend one day as a full gathering of all of us, before the ones that live hours and hours away depart and head for home. But yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. 2 weeks. My husband's like, they've never stayed that long. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. Leave me alone. Okay. So I have some teal colored seam binding. If I can get it open. Just give a snipperoo there. Go about that side. Although my glue is not. My glue is not ready yet. So that was last week's, if you remember, right? So my carryover item this week is the bird. I'm just putting a bead of glue there. I am going to leave that upside down because I'm going to need it for the other one. What I'm going to do here put it down, and we're going to squish, 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 squish. Just giving a little fabric ruffle down the edge. Ran out of glue toward the bottom. Now, if you like to sew, you can do fabric ruffles more pristinely, more metered and sew them and so ironed out and stuff like that. But I kind of like it messy. That's a courtesy of Shabby Dabby Doodah, like in the messy. Get rid of my garbage here. And then I need this in a pan. What color do I want to put in here? Pretty, that'd be nice with the gray bird. Yeah. Stay. I heard another creator refer to Fabrifix as cold hot glue. I thought that was pretty funny. I've been calling it that for a long time. Okay, so I'm going to call that one good for week 14. Okay, set that aside. Oh, wait, and staples. Um, shoot, there's turquoise and staples. Just going to go around this little label as if it's stapled on, even though it's glued on. There we go. Oh, rusty staples. I almost forgot about staples. I went to put this card over there and I had to move the stapler and I was like, oh, I forgot the staples. I forgot the staples. Okay. Now this is Stack It Up. So I'm going to create a couple little things here to stack. And this is also carrying over the turquoise color. Kind of making like a little bow, I guess. Guess I should leave the glue lid off, huh? It's not wanting to stay open, but when I glue it down, I can glue the flaps so that they stay open. But I've got a couple pieces of mesh here. I've got this really thin tulle. And then I've got this dark blue that's got the white speckle that looks like splattered paint. Where's my book pages go? Oh, yeah. Book page. That. And then let's lighten up some here. So Megan Woo! No falling, no falling. Making little clusters, you're just wanting to go around and try to make sure that something of each is visible. You know, a little bit of each element. Is there. Put that there. I'm going to this is not my stapler. I'm going to try to get a staple into the center of this. See how much it stays. Oh, and I need a stamp too. For that flap, and a little bit of glue there for that flap. Get those gluing down. There and there. I do like that. So and I'm going to use Fabrifix for this because I'm gluing down multiple layers as well as fabric. Do that all the way around as best as I can visually figure. I'm going to put this on here a little on the cockeye. Again, we need that 4 of clover showing. Guess I should have trimmed this first. Oh well, it's just going to be sticking out the top anyway, and out the sides. My stamps. Want red. All these orange ones might be cool though. I think I want the stamp down here and a sentiment up there. Do I want to stick it down. Then my stuff is collapsing everywhere. It's a beautiful adventure dream. Remember, I don't know what we're remembering, but we're remembering something. This is what I've been busy doing out in the living room. All my kids have been here. Snapping, stamping, stamping, stamping. I gotta make sure that I have room for the bowl. How about we do that first? And then we'll leave it the rest of it there. I'm just going to do a white one. Stay. Now we can put this on. Remember there. I have these stamps too that came, they're from stamps. Just like little numbers. I do like the perforated edge down here, but the other three don't have it, so I'm going to trim it off. Let's try to get some semblance of straightness here. Down there. Doesn't really mean anything per se. I was never a stamp collector, so I don't know. I'm assuming that's supposed to be $12, even though it's a comma there rather than a decimal point. Whew, that's not focusing at all. Right here, it's a comma instead of a decimal point. But all right, so there is week 15. Oh, wait. But wait, we have more. Can't forget the bling bling. There we go. Now we have week 15. So 14, turquoise and staples. 15, stack it up. My carryover item from last week to here is the bird. From here to here, I have the tissue paper, I have the background paper, and the bling as well. Is all carried over onto this one. And my constant stamp. Well, there we go. Weeks 14 and 15. Thank you very much for tuning in. Excuse me. Do all those lovely YouTubey things, and we will see you in the next video. Bye!